So hello everybody and welcome to another Power BI video. In today's video I'm going to show you how to do a technique that is shown on Storytelling by Data book, where you highlight your data to help your users focus on the message that you want to convey. Okay, you see it down in here, so you know exactly what we're going to create. Let's get started. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I have here a bar chart, and then what you do is when the user picks a category, it highlights it, so it helps the user focus on something. And you see dairy products, it changed both the title and the focus in here. There are some charts that are not possible to create in Power BI, quite a few to be fair. If you want to do the same thing, you need to use Charticulator. This is, for example, created using Charticulator, and you can see that it works the same way. Beautiful. You can see from 1997 to 1998 how sales went up and down for the different product categories. Excellent way to visualize the data. Okay, so you're going to get this file for download, the Curbal Download Center as always, and let's get started. I will show you the bar chart just so we don't do a Charticulator video, but you will get the file, so you can do any of those. Okay, so let's start with a new page. What we're going to have is a category name. Then we're going to look for sales. This is Northwind dataset, you know, the one that we always use. Again, you have the file, so you will be able to do this. And then you put your sales chart, right? Okay, so how do we conditional format this? If you noticed here, I have a slicer that instead of filtering, it actually highlights, okay? And I have a video explaining how I did this in detail, so I'm going to link it down below, but I'm going to give you the highlights of it, right? So this category slicer, it comes from a separate table. I just copied the table that I wanted to have highlighted. You see it here. Let me show you. Category slicers is a copy of the category columns, basically, and is not connected to anything in the model. You can see that it's completely disconnected. And that is what it causes, that it doesn't filter, it just highlights. So what we're going to do is from our slicer category, we're going to put the category name as a slicer. Put it in here, we're going to do a drop-down box. And now we need to pass the values here in a way that, not the values, we need to make it highlight. So whatever I select here, I want to change the color in here. I have a measure for that in there. So it says that if something has been selected in the slicer, you see here, category slicer, and I have used values because if you select more than one thing, I want it also to highlight. So here, if I go and select that one and that one, you see that it remembers and it highlights all of them. It's a choice, obviously. So to do that, I actually use the values and then use in. I have a video that explains exactly how this works, so I'm going to also link it down below so you can get all the information, but just to not make this video like super long. So here you have the measure that will highlight. Once you have it, you go to the format pane, data colors, and you add it here as a field value. Color, okay. And you see that it works right off the bat, right? So now if I change, it'll change. And then if I change multiple, it'll change multiple. Very, very easy. Okay, so how do we create the title? To create the title, if you can see here, it changes the word when I select something here, which is what we want. We select more than one, it concatenates the words, which is nice. And the neat thing about this is that it's just one visual. You can obviously accomplish the same thing with cards, but it just gets too messy, too many things to load on the page. I use the smart visuals for that, or the smart narrative. That's the only thing I use it for. I am very, very careful with the Q&A because it does return the wrong results and it's super annoying. I wish we could just pick a measure, but it is what it is. Hey, this is like a little bit like a data flow that it's a pain to set up, but once you have it set it up, it's wonderful. Okay, so let's give it a whirl. I'm going to click to Smart Narrative. It will give you some text that more often than not, it's a little bit like, so what? Like, sales went up by 10%. Yeah, well, I can see that on the visuals. So I don't need to have additional text for that. So I get rid of everything, and then I start to write the text that I want. So I'm going to write sales for, or between, I think I wrote. And then you can actually have DAX for these that will calculate the years, just to make these not too complicated. I'm just going to hard code them for, and then here's where I will write the category that it will change. What I find is that if I just leave it there and then add a value here, the measure, it just makes it impossible to conditional format those, to have a different formatting. I'm not going to show you the mess, no point in it, you'll see when you try to create it yourself, but once you set it up, again, it works. So I write dummy text, right? And then in there, I write the measure so it doesn't get lost. It's a weird thing. I don't know why it's like that. It's just, it's not very well constructed, this thing. So what do I put in there? I have a measure that it says that, okay, if something is being selected in here, concatenate the values, right? Nothing else. So I'm going to put these concatenate categories in the smart narrative visual. So I place my cursor in the middle, value, and then I try to find it. This thing has Q&A built in. It means that it's going to try to figure out what you're trying to say instead of letting me decide what I want to say. It's super annoying, and I wish they would take it away. It's really bad. And sometimes if your measure is close to what a Q&A question would be, it will pick Q&A first and give you the results. I've seen that before. It's bad. So be very careful that you check your measure and not something else. I normally have like a asterisk or something, so I'm sure that I'm picking my measure. So here you have it, and then here will give you the result, and then you format it. I'm going to have it as a bold, and then I want to have it red, right? And then I want to have it like a bigger text. Okay, so I select everything, make it everything bigger, because otherwise, again, it becomes a huge mess, like that. I want these now as bold. Oh. Okay, I want this one, that one, as bold. It's not doing it, right? So I'm going to select it. I want that one as bold. Okay, now I got it. And then red. And now don't click save, just click outside. And now you can take away this dummy text. And now this thing should work. Don't click save, it will kill you. And then if I pick several things, oh, okay, wonderful. So now it's working. So as you can see now, we have a functioning visual, really, really cool. Again, if you want to have other type of visuals that do not support conditional formatting out of the box in Power BI, use Articulator. This is one of the examples of how it can be done. And the last thing that we need to do to make it look exactly the same as this one is to produce the background. I actually found a tool that is free that makes created backgrounds a breeze, and I'm going to show you how to do that in another video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is a very, very useful technique to highlight the information that you want to your viewers. So give it a go and let me know how it goes. I will see you again on Thursday with another video.